time for our Player of the Week and Rookie of the Week segment here on the podcast. I'm going to start off with my Rookie of the Week, and that is Carson Beatty from field hockey. She, in that 1-0 win over Collegiate, received a ball about 40 yards from goal, put an incredible move on the defender, went by her, took it right into the circle, drew some more defenders, and then laid the ball off to Laney Nichols, who put it in the cage for the game-winning goal to preserve the undefeated LIS record for field hockey. So Carson Beatty, Rookie of the Week.
My Player of the Week is Laney Nichols. Like you said, she did tap in that last and only goal in the, I believe, final 2 minutes.
Well, like a minute 50 left,
And I actually have a Rookie of the Week. I got to shout out my boy Kanan Mamutovic. He had another last minute goal against Veritas yesterday. That guy, he's been working really hard. He's been having some injuries with his hips, but he's overcome them all. And to see him get a goal yesterday, I could tell. Like seeing him run into his brother's arms, it was great.
That's awesome. Giving his brother a gift on senior day.
Yes. Well, actually, Caleb did score yesterday.
Yeah.
So I think
it's a good day for the family.
Yeah, they said it's like one of the first times brothers scored in the same game at Trinity. So,
hey man, JV soccer 2 years ago, Princeton and Chaz at Collegiate, I think both scored, but that was a while ago. All right, well, good. That's our Players of the Week, and stay tuned as we're going to interview Titan quarterback Jack Toscano ahead of Saturday's game at St. Christopher's.
So we're here with Titan quarterback QB1. Jackie Jack Toscano. How y'all doing? So for having me on. It's a pleasure. So Jack, coming off your senior day, you've had to deal with some injuries this year. It hasn't been an easy road, but how are you feeling going up into this big matchup for tomorrow?
Well, like you said, it hasn't been an easy road. I mean, it's definitely not expected for senior year. I had a lot of individual goals that I can't obtain now, but going into it, I'm excited. Our team's in a great position, and to beat St. Chris, hopefully, at St. Chris at 1 o'clock. I know Titan Nation's going to show out really strong, and we're going to put on a show for y'all.
Yeah, so looking at that matchup, latest state rankings, they're number 1, we're number 2. Do you come into it with an underdog mindset, or of course we also, beat them last spring in the abbreviated spring season? So, do you feel like you take the underdog mindset, or do you go in feeling like we've got the advantage?
So I won't say that this is any other game, because it's not. It's a rival, and they're a really good team. Obviously, they're undefeated so far, and we have a couple losses on our record. But I think we always play with a chip on our shoulder. As Trinity, we haven't been known as the greatest football school up until recently, and so we always keep a chip on our shoulder. And I guess you could say we go in as an underdog, but we know what we're capable of, and we expect to win every game that we play.
So Jack, you've been growing up as a quarterback your whole life. It's part of your identity.
Indeed.
So if you had to pick one quarterback growing up that you would say is your idol, and then another quarterback that you would say that you play like, so your NFL kind of comparison, who would those two quarterbacks be?
So quickly, I want to give out a shout out to Coach Bell. You're a real hero to me, a real idol. But in all seriousness, you're not an idol. Eli Manning, for sure, has been someone I grew up with my dad watching. I'm a Giants fan, and that's been someone I try to replicate in terms of his attitude towards the game, how hard he works, and kind of how he's always been able to shrug things off. He has this thing, he throws a pick, he just shrugs it off and kind of goes to the sideline, goes to the next play. So that's been an attitude thing that I've tried to emulate, and someone that's really inspired me growing up. And then someone I try to play like, probably Baker Mayfield in Oklahoma, not in the Browns so much, but he's a guy that, a good RPO guy, someone who can run, athletic, extend plays, has a big arm, gunslinger mentality. That's been a guy that's really inspired me with the way I play, and I watch a lot of him to try to take some things from his game.
Jack, I think everyone knows of your resume as a quarterback and the yardage you put up and big wins you've had over the years. And so unfortunate that last year you only had to play 2 games your junior year when you were really healthy and peaking. But I actually want to talk about your off-the-field stuff a little bit. You and I got a chance to talk back at Media Day last month, but the legacy you leave here at Trinity beyond the football field as a student leader, as one of the leaders of the Black Alliance Initiative, as someone who taught you, who participates actively in class, and even just getting the student section hype at games besides your own games. Just can you talk about just how you want to be remembered as a Trinity student, not just a football player?
Yeah, so mentality kind of going into all that is that football isn't going to last forever, and I don't want it to, quite frankly, and don't want to be remembered as that. So, I try to do everything I can to be remembered outside of it, and make sure I leave a good footprint to, a legacy at Trinity besides football, like you said. With Black Alliance, I'm just lucky to have really good friends that have kind of brought me along with it and taught me so much and been so open and let me ask questions and let me learn from them. And it led to something super, really great, and it kind of blew up in Trinity, how fast it came and how much of an impact it made. Student section, I love supporting my friends and Titan Nation that support me, and what you give, you get back. So that's something that I kind of take from it. And then in the classroom, I love to learn, genuinely, and if a class piques my interest, then it's something that I want to make sure I'm participating in actively and learning as much as possible.
And let me just say one thing, having watched you develop and grow up since you've been here as an 8th grader for 5 years, at the risk of sounding a little cheesy, I'm really proud of the young man you've become. You've come a long way, and so you've added a lot to our school community, and I think you've also grown a lot through your efforts here. So in a lot of ways, for me, you're really a quintessential Titan, and I mean that from the bottom of my heart, so respect.
I really appreciate that. I do.
All right, so finishing up the interview, you want to go for a little lightning round, or do you have any more?
I got one more question, and you want to do the lightning round this time?
We can flip back and forth.
Okay, sounds good. All right, I did have one more question, which is one thing that really has struck me because my best friends to this day, nearly over 20 years out of high school, are my high school buddies. We still have the group chat that sometimes has a couple hundred messages a day. Still get together all the time, even though they're all over the country, really. And I see you and your buddies, and you all seem to have a really tight connection and just a really genuine friendship, which is so cool to see. So just, can you talk about your people, the people that you surround yourself with, and just what those friendships mean to you and how you see those relationships continuing beyond graduation day?
Yeah, so to kind of frame it up, I'm an only child. So the people that are my best friends are legitimately family to me. I'll do anything for them, they'll do anything for me. We have our group chat, The Real Homies. Dumb name, but it's just stuck for a while. Chaz, DJ, Aiden, Sam, Griffin, Sophie. Hopefully I'm not forgetting anybody. I'm not. I got them all. And they've been just a huge part of my life and life at Trinity, and just outside of it. Again, taught me so much, and just always have been there through ups and downs, especially this season with a lot of injuries and things not going as expected and stuff like that. They've lifted me up and supported me through it all, and again, so grateful. And I know it's something I know, it will last. They will be lifelong friends. Wherever we go, I know we'll always, they'll always have a special place in my heart. And I was already talking about planning vacations. Try to do an annual vacation like Vegas or something, live it up, and try to keep that friendship going forever, no matter, like you said, no matter where they are in the country or whatever. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure y'all will. All right, yeah, let's finish it off with a lightning round. Sam, you go.
All right, Jack, relationship status?
So you are.
Favorite meal?
Chipotle burrito, like steak burrito, and almost everything on it.
Favorite TV show?
Prison Break.
Pre-game
Oh,
ritual.
and The Office. Pre-game ritual, I listen to the same song before every game. It's the song K by Jaden Smith.
Favorite movie?
The Goonies. I don't know why it took me so long. Yeah.
What's your lucky number?
15, always.
Okay. Favorite actor?
Adam Sandler. I don't know.
If you could win a state championship or the Giants could win a Super Bowl, which one do you want?
I'll take both, but state championship for sure. I've already witnessed 2 Giant Super Bowls. Unlike, you Washington football fans, you're not one.
Well, I witnessed 3, but I'm old.
Yeah,
so
but you're
it's been a while.
but like, you haven't witnessed one in my lifetime, so.
Yeah, 3 in my lifetime, but I remember them, but it barely.
Favorite current athlete? Professional.
Obi Toppin.
Michael Jordan or LeBron James? Who's
Michael
better?
Jordan.
And
That's
why
not
is
even a
Michael
question.
Jordan?
Michael Jordan, all the accolades, there's 2 pieces to it. There's the athletic part, which I still think he's better, but also just the cultural impact that he's had, and also he's 6-0, and LeBron's like what 3-6 or something? 4 and 6.
I don't know if the bubble counts. 3.5 and 6.
3.5 and 6. He's trash.
All right, let's just finish up. One more question each.
Okay. Yeah, I'll change it up. Desert Island, 3 things. What are you bringing?
Wow, this is hard. Definitely bringing just like a Chipotle like store, just like in general, so I could eat and drink and everything. My phone and someone to keep me company. Again, you know you are.
And then,
Are we allowed to leave that in?
who would you say is your biggest inspiration when you step out on the football field?
Coach Bell is definitely the biggest inspiration to me on the football field.
For our viewers, Coach Bell is walking by.
But all seriousness, genuinely, Coach Bell, he's taught me so much and been like an older brother to me throughout all of it. So.
All right, nothing but love from Coach Bell. You heard it here. Jack Toscano, just over 24 hours until the big game at St. Christopher's that everyone in Titan Nation's looking forward to. And good luck tomorrow. Appreciate it. Thanks for joining us this week. And thanks for tuning into the TESPN Podcast. We'll see you next time.